What's up guys, my name is Sylenth1 and welcome to my new video. So, if you guys haven't heard, Leonard Digital is working on a new update for Sylenth1. So today I want to name my 5 things that I would like to see in that new update. Now Sylenth1 is one of the most well-known synths out there, and I think it's one of the most popular ones because one, it's very simple to use. It doesn't take up that much CPU and you can still get the same amount of quality. Now it's good to mention that Sylenth1 is one of those first synths that, soft synths that you can only use on a computer that came out that actually put up a fight against the analog, analog digital synths out there like the Virus TI and so forth. So Sylenth1 is a very popular synth. It has been out for a while now. So these are going to be the 5 things I would like to see in the new one, or I feel like they should do in order to get a way better Sylenth1.
Alright guys, so the first thing I would like to see in the new Sylenth1 is the ability to route our envelopes, LFOs, and our mod wheel to more parameters. Right now we have the ability to route our envelopes and LFOs and mod wheel to a number of parameters, as you guys can see here, but we are missing a couple. As you guys can see, we're missing the tunement, we're missing the effects section of Sylenth1 and so forth. So, one of the things I would like to be able to do is be able to route envelopes to the chorus, delays, and so forth in order to create more creative sounds. Now, the problem arises here is not for EDM sounds, but it arises when you start making more complicated sounds like atmospheric type of sounds, movie sound design sounds. If I wanted to, make this effect like the one from Insidious, I've made an effect like the one in Insidious. If you guys have seen those scary movies, there's like some strings. I've made the synth version of that, but one of the problems is that I can't even send it to one of my movie producer friends because I'm gonna have to tell them, you're gonna have to automate this. If Sylenth1 allowed me to route my mod wheel to some of the parameters in here, I could just tell them move the mod wheel up slowly to increase the effect of that. So one of the things I would like to see is the ability to route envelope, LFOs, and mod wheels to more parameters. Alright guys, so the second thing I would like to see Sylenth1 do is gonna be to update the interface. Now, I'm not trying to bag on the Leonard Digital guys, and I'm entitled to my own opinion, but this happened to me once, and please don't laugh. I went to a bar, I was drunk, and I met these girls, and they were like, oh, you make this type of music, that's so cool. And by the end of the night, they wanted to come see my studio, and they wanted to, check out everything, if you know what I mean. And then, they wanted me to see me make a beat, I guess. So I brought up Sylenth1, and I'm not gonna lie to you, one of the girls just started laughing and going like, oh my god, look at that, like, come on dude, that doesn't look professional, blah blah, it looks like shit, and I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, look, it looks like shit, that's just like the top color is brown and it's not even a nice type of brown. And then you look at the green, it looks like the green, I take a shit when I eat vegetables and then my poo-poo comes out green. That's the color of it. So anyways, long story short, if they can kind of say that Sylenth1 looks pretty ugly, then I'm assuming it's ugly to all of us, even though a lot of us don't care. And I guess I give them a point. If you guys notice, I mean, the colors that they chose are not the sexiest colors. Compared to Serum, Sylenth1 looks like a piece of shit. And I'm not trying to be mean, because Sylenth1 does do something good, and that's that it provides a very simple and very nice interface to work with, but the colors just suck, and I would like to see them updated. I would also like to see the knobs be a little bit more futuristic looking, have a little bit more detail. Now, I know Sylenth1 came out in 2008 or around there, so we could kind of say that the UI was probably made way before that. So, for its time, it is, a decent synth. So, the only thing I would like to see is just an update to the interface. The third thing I would like to see in new Sylenth1, and if you guys want to do this, you guys can go over there and comment on their page about it, is for them to release a compatible 64-bit Sylenth1 so that people that are running on Macs can run the latest sound banks presets that I make, because I'm tired of people asking me for them. Now, I have been on their page like about a month ago or about a week ago, and I noticed a lot of people were bitching at them because they haven't released the update, the 64-bit version of Mac. Because if you don't have that 64-bit version, Sylenth 2.2.1, you cannot run the newest sound banks that the new sound designers are making, like myself and other big sound design companies. So you know, that's one of the biggest things that they need to do. Number 3 is the biggest one. You guys need to release a 64-bit max Sylenth1 2.2.1 version or 2.2 new version, and make sure it's compatible with the 64-bit Ableton or any DAW out there. Alright guys, so the 4th thing I would like to see in the new Sylenth1 is pretty much going to be more envelopes and LFOs. Now, right now we have 2 envelopes and, you know, two LFOs, mod envelopes and 2 LFOs. I'm not counting the amp envelopes because those are altered for the sound, but a lot of the times we find ourselves wanting to use envelopes for certain things. So right now in Sylenth1, the only thing we can do is use alter 2 envelopes and then route these 2 envelopes to various parameters. And if you want to alter to more than 2, you kids can go over here and do you know, mod envelope 1 and keep putting more stuff to alter with this envelope. But you know, like 90% of the time this is enough. But then that 10% comes and you're making really complicated sounds that have like more ambient and more kind of stuff like that. We do require more LFOs and more envelopes. So I would really love to see more envelopes and LFOs being implemented into Sylenth1. Reason number 5, and this is going to be a little bit sentimental, I might cry, is going to be for Sylenth1 or Leonard Digital to stay true to themselves and keep doing what they're doing best, and that is giving us a synth that almost anyone out there can use on their computers. The beautiful thing about Sylenth1 is that it came out a long time ago and it's still there. Like, it hasn't disappeared throughout time. It's still the most popular synth out there. You know, the tutorials I make for Sylenth1 are the ones that get the most views compared to Serum and Spire. And it's for a reason. It's because Sylenth1 is accessible to almost anyone out there. If you guys buy it, you can make sure that you don't need the best computer out there to run Sylenth1. You can just run it in the shittiest computer out there, I bet. And even then, if you can only want one instance of Sylenth1 and then you can record, you can use Sylenth1 again to keep making sounds and just recording it. If you guys can see, Sylenth1 is accessible to everyone. And I wouldn't like to see them, you know, try and fight with the, you know, the brand new high-tech, you know, soft synths out there for computers, because then it's going to ruin all that. So my 5th thing is going to be for Sylenth1 to just keep doing what they do best, and it's giving us a synth that we can use that is very simple and doesn't overcomplicate synthesis, because in reality a lot of the sounds out there and the hit songs that you guys love can easily be made in Sylenth1. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of the video. So I have a question for you guys. What would you guys like to see in the new Sylenth1? Make sure to comment below. Make sure to hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.